Monica. You are looking live at the Maurier Limited Open second round action. This is the biggest single day in women's tennis for a long, long time. The most important story of 1995 is that Monica Seles, after 28 months, after missing 10 straight Grand Slam titles, is back. And tonight, she will play Kimberly Po of the U.S. And hi, everybody. I'm Mary Carrillo, along with Betsy Nagels. And even if you are just a casual viewer, a casual fan of tennis, you must understand the importance of Monica Seles finally returning. Betsy Nagelson, this is a big, big night.
Well, you said it, Mary. I mean, it is huge for women's tennis. You know, they've really been struggling in the last couple of years. Are looking for a sponsor, women's tennis. Some of the top players have been out of action. Jennifer Capriati, Martina Navratilova retiring. Graf going through some of her problems, not with her father, with her back. Monica Seles is badly needed, and she's back, and it's a huge hurdle for her. She's overcome some big emotional problems. She's happy, and I think it's a big win for everybody tonight.
She's even admitted to David Letterman she'll be very, very nervous playing in her first professional title in 2.5 years. Do you think we'll see that tonight against Kimberly Po? A lucky loser. This woman lost in qualifying, but because a couple of people, including Mary Jo Fernandez, pulled out, she's now in.
Yeah, I think Kimberly Po will show some nerves tonight as well. She did not expect to be here, nor did she even know she was going to play Monica Seles. But I think Monica will show, again, a little bit of nerves like she did against Martina a couple of weeks ago in Atlantic City. But I think they'll wear off, and I think we'll see a lot of tennis coming from Monica that will remind us of the way she played a couple of years ago.
Well, when Seles announced that she was coming to the Canadian Open, 400 people decided to come and watch her return. Here's why. From the beginning, all Monica Seles ever wanted to do was play tennis. As the ponytail teen who burst onto the tennis scene, she had a style all her own. Like most teenagers, Seles loved clothes, shopping, and Madonna. But she wasn't just your average teen, she was a tennis prodigy. Seles was only 16 when she won her first Grand Slam title at the 1990 French Open. She defeated the invincible Steffi Graf. And 1 year later, she dethroned Graf as the #1 player in the world. Seles was only 17 years old. Seles was dominating tennis by early 1993, having won 7 of the last 8 Grand Slams she entered. But according to one man, Seles was too dominant. An unemployed German lathe operator who wanted Steffi Graf back on top stabbed Seles during a changeover in Hamburg. Seles's world came crashing down. She went into seclusion and began her physical and mental rehabilitation. For most of 1994, Seles stayed in seclusion at the family home in Florida.
There were some times after it happened, and probably after the verdict, and a few times I said, is this all worth it? I mean, I've done probably what I wanted in my career. You know, I don't have to go through this much. It wasn't just so hard on me, but I think it was very hard on my mom and dad too, and they had very difficulties. But then when I wouldn't play for a few days, then I would think, gosh, I do miss this. I do want to go out there. This is what I love to do, and I don't want anybody to take that away from me. As long as I love it, I'll play it.
By July of this year, a rejuvenated Seles began to reemerge. She appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She taught a clinic for the Special Olympics. And she even made an appearance on Late Night with David Letterman. But perhaps her most important appearance was the exhibition in which she defeated Martina Navratilova. She looked like the Seles of old. Can Seles pick up where she left off? She is no longer just a teenager who wants to play tennis. Can she regain her championship form? For Seles, just returning to the tour makes her a champion. Well, it is sold out here tonight, as I mentioned before. The press has swelled. There are 400 of us here watching this. It's such a big media event as well as a fan event. There are some people who can't even watch from the stand. They'll have to watch from the media tent. Is Seles ready, Betsy, and you know her better than anybody. You've been practicing with her for so long. Is she ready to come back and show great form right away, or is she going to have to work her way into her good form?
Well, we remember Monica stepping out on a tennis court and just pummeling the ball. I mean, she could just destroy opponents. I think she'll need to build a little bit of confidence as she starts this road back, but I honestly don't feel it's going to take too long. She's hitting the ball so cleanly and so hard, and I think some titles are very close.
All right. Well, it all starts when we come back. Stay with us, everyone.
How can I ever repay you?
You could try them.
If you don't play, you can hang out, you can watch, you can brush your hair a lot, but you can never say I was a player. And you can never say I was on the team. And worst of all, you can never do all this incredible, exciting, hilarious stuff with these girls who are like sisters. So all I'm trying to say is, my question is, wanna play?
What a sandwich!
Taco Bell introduces the Texas Taco Sandwich. Oven-baked flatbread with chicken or beef and a tangy southwestern sauce. Starting at 99 cents. It tastes so big, it ought to be outlawed.
Yummy.
Everybody talks about the future. Some do something about it. Steve Marsden. In just 4 years, Steve will take off as a jet engine mechanic. He'll serve in Tokyo and the Middle East. Steve will become a team leader. He'll receive cash for college while building a career in aviation. Futures like this don't just happen. In today's military, in over 200 careers, you can get the skills and education, the experience and opportunities you want. Make it happen in the U.S. Armed Forces.
Monica Seles in the near court, Kimberly Po at the other end. They're just taking their final warm-ups for this second round match. Monica Seles got a bye. She is co-ranked and co-seeded #1, and she's facing this woman, ranked number 133 in the world, Kimberly Po. Kim Po is from California. She lost in the qualifying, but Mary Jo Fernandez, one of the seeds here, pulled out. So did another player, and then she got in as a lucky loser, then won her first round match against the Aussie Renee Stubbs. So that means that she is back, and if she can possibly beat Monica Seles, it would be her first tour win.
Thank you.
Like of the year.
Of the year. Yeah.
Tough way to
Kimberly Po just play.
Actually, I guess her second, the win over Stubbs should count.
15 low. Well, Kimberly Po is a very good tennis player. She's very talented. She's an aggressive baseliner. And she will use her very quick feet to stay in the rally. That's one of her greatest assets, her speed around the court. And she'll need that certainly tonight. 15-0.
Now 15-0, a double fault from Kim Po. Who doesn't mind the pace. In fact, Renee Stubbs, who lost her yesterday, said that Po feeds off of pace. Lord knows she'll get it from Seles.
Yeah, Po has those nice, efficient strokes, and she uses the opponent's pace very well. And she also cuts balls off well. You'll see Po always trying to move forward. And Seles does so very well is use those angles. She can really open up the court as
She's
as
giggling already.
She is just so happy to be in this position after all this time, and she's worked very hard, in fact, on her game. And she would not be out here tonight if she did not feel she was very ready with her tennis game. I think she'd still like to be a little bit more fit. She's working on that.
Oh, that's nice stuff from Kimberly Po, and she's got game point.
Not showing a lot of nerves in this opening game. And Kim Po's a pretty good doubles player, so I think we'll see her venture to the net as many times as she can.
Deuce. Back to deuce. Po was asked to go to a press conference after her match against Renee Stubb. She said, really? They want to talk to me? It usually doesn't happen to her. She didn't know she was playing Seles. She didn't know she was the sacrificial Seles lamb. So when she walked into the press room, someone said to her, so how do you feel about tomorrow? She says, well, I don't even know what the schedule is yet. They said, well, do you know who you're playing? When she found out, a big smile broke over her face.
Yeah.
Break point for Monica Seles.
Advantage Seles.
You can see how aggressive Monica is. She's always looking to just jump on anything short. She says she wants to work on that part of her game, attacking the net.
One-handed forehand. Something pretty new. Another one.
Game set.
And there is the break. After a 2.5-year break, Monica Seles resumes her career with the break of Kim Po. She'll be serving when we come back.
Fed up with sports on strike? Don't hurt your head over it. Strike back with a sports video collection that'll be a smash in your home for years to come. The totally awesome sports collection from ChoiceMart. 5 incredible sports videos for just $19.95. Just $19.95 and you get Sports Blooper Mania, the lighter side of baseball, incredible plays, pro sports bloopers, and amazing superstars. 5 different tapes with exclusive footage, much of it never before seen on TV. You'll laugh, you'll cheer, you'll cringe. But most of all, you'll have a sports collection that'll entertain you for years to come. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. It's not available anywhere else, and operators are standing by. So get your credit card ready, pick up the phone, and call now.
Call 1-800-982-2500 now to get the totally awesome sports collection. 5 videos, a $75 retail value for only $19.95.
The place is packed, as you can see. In fact, when Seles finally announced her intentions to play the Canadian Open, ticket sales went right through the roof. They had to add on to the media tent. They had to add on a whole new tent area because this is such good and big news in women's tennis.
People that have never reported on tennis are here.
No kidding. I've talked to a lot of them today. Nice return from Kim Po.
Love 15.
And this is something Kim Po does real well. She is not afraid to step inside that baseline and take a big whack at her returns. And again, she has those very efficient strokes. So there's not a lot of margin of error. Not a lot that can go wrong with those very clean strokes.
Net second serve. Net second serve. $15 all.
Seles has tried to add extra heat to her first serve. Her return game was always so
30-15.
formidable.
Yeah.
Now if she adds an even bigger serve, boy, that means that the first ball she hits on any occasion is deadly. 30-15.
I remember the first few times that Monica played against Martina. Martina was so impressed with her game off the ground, and she said, well, when she learns to have a serve that's a semi-weapon, no one will beat her.
Yep.
Out.
That got called
30 all.
out a little bit late, so it's 30 all.
It's still the area of Monica Seles' game, the serve, that she has trouble with. I mean, she doesn't feel quite as confident with it, but she really has added power, and I think the more confidence she gets in a match, the harder she hits it and the more often they go in. I know she struggled a little bit on serve against Martina. In fact, she started that match with a double fault.
Nicely done. Game point for Seles.
40-30.
People sure went to school on Monica Seles on that. What she did with the ball from the middle of the court just punishes anything that's loose in the middle of the court, Monica Seles. And she can hit it deep and hard, and she can hit a short angle, taking the opponents way off the court. Another good return from Kimberly Po. She's very willing to step in there and take charge if she gets a couple of looks at second serves.
More good groundwork from Seles and another
Advantage
game
Seles.
point. Yes.
Game Seles.
That's kind of pretty, isn't it? 2-love.
Seles leads 2 games to love.
The grim accuracy of those shots is all coming back, isn't it? Man.
It's just such a wonderful study to watch her hips and shoulders rotate through the ball. She gets such tremendous pace.
That's the security guards, as you can see, watching on now. Security has been heightened ever since Seles was stabbed. And it's especially
15
so
love.
for her return back. Everyone wants so badly for Seles to feel comfortable and safe on her return. So those guys are watching on. There's also some other men in the stands.
The fella in the green jacket has been assigned to Monica all week. He's been driving her around, and she's been very busy.
Bit of everything, including another one-handed forehand from Seles, and another effort for Seles to finish things at the net.
15 all.
I felt that just when Seles was leaving women's tennis, just as she left, she was starting to hit more one-handed forehands. You know, she's a lefty by nature, and she was learning how to defend that way and get back into the court. And now we're already seeing it tonight. That's Seles.
15-30.
Yeah, you were telling me, Betsy, that Monica even took a trip to Niagara Falls earlier in the week.
I tell you what, she was so glad to play a match today because she could actually spend a few hours in her hotel room this afternoon. She's been to a football game at the Sky Dome. She's been to Niagara Falls. She's been to the mall. She's signed autographs all over the place.
Another one-handed forehand. And I continue to mention that because when you add a whole different element to your game, it means that you can, you know, it's like when Mats Wielander years ago, when he was still at the top of men's tennis, went from a two-handed backhand and then added the one-handed backhand. I mean, that's a great added dimension. It means you can do more.
And it can keep you in points longer when you're stretched out. I mean, it's absolutely critical that Monica is able to stay in points if she's stretched out. When you've got two hands on both sides, it demands perfect movement.
Great length on that, draws the error from
30-40.
Break point again. This for a 3-love lead in set 1.
Kimberly Po had a game point to hold her serve in the opening service game, and she did get broken. Now she's facing another break point.
Deuce. Advantage Seles.
More trouble for Po.
Oh, you know, when you play Monica Seles, it's a tremendous exercise in your fitness and in your concentration.
And often in futility.
She tests everything.
Nicely done, draws it back to deuce.
Deuce.
I really feel that in the time Seles has been away from the game, the players around her have tried very hard to take the ball earlier, as she does, to have bigger return games, which she has always done so well, and to hit harder. I think she's coming back to a tour that does things a lot more like her than they, you know, she was alone in terms of power,
Right.
except for perhaps Jennifer Capriati and Steffi Graf on the forehand side. Now a lot of players try to do just that, including Lindsay Davenport, Mary Pierce, and when she has a chance, Kim Po. Break point again, 3rd in this game. Goes wide.
Set the point up beautifully, Monica Seles did. And I know how frustrating it is when Monica misses an overhead. That's an area of her game that she's very excited and anxious to improve. She really wants to learn how to finish points off from the net position.
Another chance for a 3-game
Seles.
lead. Well, she's got such big shots.
Yeah.
She's got such great opportunities to advance to the net. I love the idea that she's going to use them. Oh, yeah.
Game Seles.
Something like that. He was working hard. 15 minutes and 3 games. Well, she looks pretty good to me.
Seles leads 3-0.
Shaving can strip away your skin's moisture, leaving it dry, burning. But now you can take the heat out of shaving with new Old Spice Soothing Gel, an amazing 2-in-1 gel that combines aftershave and moisturizer into one soothing formula. Try it. If you don't think this makes your face feel great, call 1-800-PROVE-IT for a full refund. Prove it to yourself. Try new Soothing Gel. Takes the heat out of shaving. And now you've got proof. Guaranteed.
Gordon, right?
Yes. Have you ever worked with anything high-tech?
No.
Thank you for the resume.
But we're looking for someone with
More education.
Some experience.
Good luck to you.
What you don't know can hurt you. So let ITT Tech help. Call 1-800-942-0099 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0099. Next.
Monica Seles has not yet dropped a game in her comeback. The second half of her career begins with a bang. 3-love. First set.
Thank you.
They've
Seats,
played
please,
one other
behind the
time.
players.
That was a couple of years ago. And Po did pretty poorly, winning only 3 games.
That was in 93.
Seats quickly, please.
Monica
Players are ready.
Seles,
Thank you.
played 4 tournaments in 93, obviously, before the incident, with Hamburg being the 4th. She won the Australian Open at the beginning of the year, and then she won Chicago, beating Kimberly Po in the first round. Very tough match against Brenda Schultz, and beat Martina Navratilova in the final, and then lost to Martina the very next week in Paris in that final.
And then was
Next.
gone for 63 days. She had Hamburg, the tournament where she got stabbed, that was a comeback of sorts. #1 player in the world, missing for more than 2 months.
Yeah, she had some very serious flu and wasn't even sure she was going to make it to Hamburg.
Took a wild card there. That goes wide. And in fact, the man, Günther Parsch, who stabbed Monica Seles, had long wanted Monica to go away because he was a Graf fanatic. And he said once she took that wild card and was going to be in Hamburg, that's when he decided he was going to make his move. That's Seles.
15.
And Steffi Graf, knowing that there have been on occasion some strange fans following her career, the first words out of her mouth basically were, "Oh, please may it not be one of my fans," and of course it was.
30-15.
It was a very hard time for Steffi Graf as well, I'm sure.
That's nicely done. 40-15.
40-15.
There are parts of Monica's game that I think are better now than before.
Like what? That's
Well, I think the serve, although we haven't really seen it tonight yet, and I think we will throughout this tournament see a harder and much more effective first serve. But I also think she can hit this ball harder now as well. I mean, she is taller, she's bigger, she's stronger.
Seles leads 4 games to love.
And you're right, Mary, when you say that that is her security guard. Nobody hit the ball harder and more consistently close to the lines than Monica Seles did a couple of years back. And now everybody, that's the way everybody goes out and tries to learn the game.
right.
So all kinds of players. Kimberly Po, ranked 133 in the world, is very capable of hitting the ball almost as hard as Monica Seles, maybe not as often. Kim Po has been ranked as high as 40 in the world. That was at the beginning of last year, 1994. She had a couple of good wins toward the end of 93. And that propelled her ranking higher than it's ever been before. She had a good win over Mary Pierce and Helena Sukova. Got to the semifinals of the indoor tournament in Philadelphia at the end of the year. Kim Po went 2 years to UCLA in '89.
A major upset. That there's a woman on the tour who's actually spent some time in college. Many of them have never finished high school. Much to my chagrin.
15-13.
Well, she loves school. She's very interested in learning. She wants to study law. She did go 2 years, and then she had quite a bit of injuries while she was at school. She had an elbow problem. She had a thumb problem, and she thought, hey, if I'm going to keep getting injured, I better get on that tour now.
30.
So she spent a good year on the circuit. And after a year on the circuit of traveling and feeling very frustrated and lonely and really did not like the traveling aspect, she went back to school. Well, she re-entered and actually did not show up in the fall quarter of 92. Came back on the circuit and thought, okay, I think I've got it pretty nice out here. I'm going to go for it.
She doesn't have it too good right now. This could be a third break for Seles.
Deuce.
Kim is talking about going back to school again, and she really wants to get her degree from UCLA. She played on the team there, and a couple of ex-players, Barbara Gherkin and Susie Mascaron-Kane, were the coaches at UCLA.
That
Advantage
sounds,
Po.
it is a packed house watching the return of Monica Seles to professional tennis. This is the Du Maurier Limited Open. The Canadian Championships are in Toronto, Ontario. And Seles, another chance now. Advantage Po, actually. Seles looking awfully good in her comeback. That draws it back to deuce.
Well, that's the second time Kim Po has had a chance to get on the scoreboard. She had a game point in her opening service game. Couldn't win that one, got broken. Another game point here, just to be dealt with like that.
That's nice. That's a good angle from Kimberly Po. Using the short court in much the way that Seles has
Advantage
done.
Po.
And she's got another chance to make it on the scoreboard. Seles has never won the Canadian Open. The holder of the title is Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, who beat Groff in last year's final.
Deuce.
And believe it or not, the biggest news of the day is not the Seles return. The biggest news of the day comes from Amanda Kutzer, that little South African player. We'll be talking about that all week, I'm sure. But she took out Steffi Graf on this court earlier today. It was about 90 degrees hotter than it is right now. And
Advantage Po.
we'll explain what that match was like. Another game point for Kim Po. First loss of the year for Steffi Graf. Fortunately for us, the #1 ranked player, the #1 seed, is still on the court. Monica Seles, they were co-ranked.
Well, a third game point denied with some more big hitting from Monica Seles.
Again, Steffi Graf out. She did not play a good match at all. Lost it 7-6 in the third. Had a chance, was serving for it in the third at 6-5. She was terribly rattled.
Advantage Seles.
And just could not concentrate at all on this court earlier today. Steffi Graf, she's had so many problems worrying about her father, who's in jail in Germany for tax evasion. Another chance for Seles to go up 5-zip. And there it is. Monica Seles continues her drive. 5-love.
Seles leads 5 games to love.
If you don't play, you can hang out, you can watch, you can brush your hair a lot, but you can never say I was a player. And you can never say I was on the team. And worst of all, you can never do all this incredible, exciting, hilarious stuff with these girls who are like sisters. So all I'm trying to say is, my question is, wanna play?
122! 122! Hut! 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 There's a quarterback keeper. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 15, the 20.
The Arena Football League. 4 padded walls, 16 crazy men, and 1 football. Arena Football. On ESPN2. Big angry men in small, hard places.
Monica Seles continues her utter domination of Kim Po. That was not the story for Steffi Graf on this Bowles Stadium earlier today. Well over 100 degrees heat earlier today. She lost. Graf in the near court.
Players are ready.
Amanda Kutzer. This is the 3rd set tiebreak. That forehand from Graf sails out. She is out of the Du Maurier Limited Open. She had 53 unforced errors. Could not concentrate more than a couple of points in a row. I felt very, very badly for her. The last time she had lost, that's Heidi Graf, her mom, who also is not looking good. The last time Graf had lost an opening match was
Love 15.
Of course, at Wimbledon last year, she lost to Lori McNeil. Now back, love 15. I feel very badly for Steffi Graf, Betsy. It was hard to watch. She just, dozens of members of the German press were here. They've been giving her the business back in Germany. Her father, Peter, has been on the front page of every German newspaper for 5 weeks. And all this press, I mean, she gave very short answers at the press conference. She denied that she had problems coping because of her father's problems, but obviously it was what the story was today.
Yeah, it was very sad to watch that. She seemed very unlike Steffi Graf. She almost seemed resigned to the fact that she was not going to be able to pull herself out of, yet again, some trouble situations on the court, which she's always done so well. It was really sad to see.
Back to this match, 15-30. And now 30-all, 2 points from the first set.
30-all.
Kim Po, on the other hand, has to be as excited as she has been all year. She has played in 11 tournaments coming in to the Canadian Open and did not win one match. She really struggled all year.
40-30.
Set point.
Deuce.
Rupp held off, by the way, 3 match points in that third set tiebreak. Lost it on the fourth. It's not like she didn't try. Deuce. And a second set point for the former and current co-number 1.
Advantage Seles.
Seles showing some more tenacious ground strokes. I mean, we know what she's like in the head, how strong she is mentally, and what a tremendous competitor and fighter.
Game 8 for set Seles, 6 games to love.
So Monica Seles wraps up the first set without the loss of even a game, taking just under 30 minutes.
29 minutes, and that first set is gone. After this, please watch Sports Night coming up next, a tribute to the great Mickey Mantle.
Love 15.
Speaking of baseball, the Seles return was such big news here in Canada that TSN, the Canadian version of ESPN, bumped a Blue Jays game to show this tonight.
Something they've never done before.
Love 30.
Po in trouble again in her opening service game. Monica's doing a tremendous job of hitting the ball back behind Kim. Now that's the type of return that we've seen so often from Monica in the past. This is one of the things that she has always done so well. It's just so instinctive for Seles. She takes it, she sees it so early, she steps in. She has those tight swings with the 2 hands.
15-14.
Seles had to applaud that one. She knows what it's like to hit him. So she applauds it when she faces one.
Yeah.
But still break point.
That's such an important shot to have to your repertoire when you're a big hitter, and that's to be able to hit those short angles.
Game Seles.
4 straight breaks for Monica Seles. 7 straight games.
First game,
Nice
second
little
set.
comeback she's got going.
What's with the bib? No, I don't want to get stuff all over me. And it's not a bib. Looks like a bib. See, a bib is worn by an infant, little baby. What's your point? It's not a bib.
The Whopper, now with cheddar cheese, hickory smoked bacon, and barbecue sauce. The Western Whopper at Burger King.
If you like Head & Shoulders better than any other dandruff shampoo, wait until you try new Head & Shoulders with Micro D. Fights flakes better without stripping your hair of essential oils. Turn dandruff problems into great-looking hair with new Head & Shoulders.
Oh, looks like his cereal left him flat. Of course, theirs didn't. So what's your excuse? Hey, pick up the broken pieces of your life and move on. Look, there's hope. Here, try this, see? Kellogg's low-fat granola's got big clumps of rolled oats, brown sugar, sweet raisins, and almonds, not flat little flakes. So you get a taste that's anything but flat. So, hey, wake up, get with it, like they did. Try something that won't leave you flat. Kellogg's low-fat granola, now with even more raisins. And hurry, we can't take much more of this.
Back at the stadium court of the Maurier Limited Open, I'm Mary Carrillo, watching on with Betsy
Thank you.
Nagelson.
Seats, please.
As Monica Seles makes
Quiet,
a rather
please.
emphatic return to professional tennis. Hasn't dropped a game yet and is now serving with new balls.
Love 15.
That's Monica Seles' second double fault. First set winners. Seles more than twice as many as her opponent, and here comes an ace. That'll help erase the double fault. There's that big first serve you were speaking of, Betsy.
Yeah, some heat on this one, and being a lefty, her natural serve is, of course, the slice out wide, but she's very capable of hitting a flat first serve, and it's very important for lefty to be able to mix up their serves. Monica can hit this serve out wide in the deuce court,
Net,
out to
second
the
serve.
Po forehand, and that's a very important element to be able to have. In addition to everything else that Monica has been doing this week, she has found time, almost an hour and a half every day, to be stretched and conditioned with a local physical therapist. She's had some knee problems, some tendonitis in her left knee.
Yeah, another big serve, and that time she did take it out wide, her natural lefty angle. Yeah, and in an effort to lose 10 unwanted pounds, Seles was running about 4 miles a day, and that's how she developed the tendonitis in her knee, so she had to back off on that. That stays in.
40-30.
Got called out. No. I think that just landed long. You saw the baseline, so put his arm out.
Poe's glad to get that call. Looked pretty good. 40-30.
Deuce. 2 double faults in this game. 3 overall now. She can smile about it. She knows the serve is still an area that she needs to really gain some more confidence during matches.
High advantage Seles.
Speaking of conditioning, Bob Kersey, who Monica has spent some time with in the past in terms of conditioning. Of course, he's married to Jackie Joyner Kersey, who's the owner of 3 Olympic gold medals. He is here. He came in last night basically just to support Monica and show her how much and how happy he is that she's back.
Game, Seles.
Eight
Seles
straight
leads 2 games
games
to
for
love.
Monica Seles.
And there is Caroli Seles in the sunglasses. Monica's dad and Monica's mom Esther sitting next to Caroli. And they have been tremendously supportive throughout this 2-year period. It's been tough on them. Mr. Seles is Monica's coach. He understands her game better than anybody, and he has a very good eye for detail. He really can see what's going on in her game, and throughout this whole difficult period, he really knew when to back off and give her freedom and space, and that's not an easy thing to do when your father is your coach. It's a tough job.
You get the feeling, though, that those two have always figured out a good balance between fathering and coaching.
One of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. That's a nice and rare winner from Kim Po.
30 love.
30 love. Big chance for the American. Get herself on the old scoreboard.
Well, she's yet to have 2 chances in a row to get on the scoreboard. She has had game point a couple of different times on her serve. Hasn't been able to do it yet.
Oh,
Game
she's on. She's getting quite a nice hand too. Kimberly Po. Boy, she's in trouble, but at least she's on the board.
Seles leads 2 games to 1.
Second set.
Now, the most difficult shots in golf are easy to make. With the Alien Ultimate Wedge, you'll be out in one swing, guaranteed.
I don't care how high a handicapper you are or how little you play. You'll get out of the sand on your very first swing or your money back.
Over 60% of all shots are taken within a short distance of the pin. The Alien Ultimate Wedge's triple radius design gets you out of the sand, out of the deep rough, even off hard pan. You don't need a new swing, a new stance, or a sports psychologist. All you need to get on the green is the Alien Ultimate Wedge. Call now for your free video and brochure and find out how you can get this revolutionary club in your bag.
If you live for golf and want to save strokes, pick up the phone right now and order your Alien Wedge. I guarantee you'll be glad you did.
The Alien Ultimate Wedge.
There's a long one.
One swing, and you're out of there.
Right on it. All right.
Guaranteed.
Isaiah. All right. You want us to just say that's Bob Kersey? Because she already mentioned him. That's Rachel. Isaiah Thomas among the many watching on as Monica Seles makes her comeback.
15 love.
He is a guest of Monica Seles here tonight.
Her serve looks even more potent in set 2 than set 1, Betsy. I think she's got a pretty good feel for it. The lights are on. Just coming up on 8 p.m. here in Toronto.
You can't hit it any better than that. Landed an inch inside the baseline in the corner. There's a pretty impressive stat there when Monica Seles took over the #1 ranking March of '91. Stopping Graf's dominance, 186 weeks. Graf was the #1 player in the world.
And Monica was pretty dug in at the time when she got stabbed in Hamburg.
Right. Between Seles and Graf, they've owned that #1 spot at year-ending rankings every year since '87.
Nice stuff. Just met all that power.
40-30.
Flashed it back. Another huge first serve.
Right into the hitting zone for Po.
Game, Seles.
But another hold from Seles.
Seles leads 3 games 2-1.
So hot was it here in the bowl, the stadium court here at the Maurier Limited Open, that in today's heat, after the second set, the players were allowed, if they split sets, they were allowed to take a 10-minute break, and that's exactly what Steffi Graf and Amanda Kutzer did. It was well over 100 degrees out there. Much better, cooler, more comfortable conditions for Monica Seles tonight.
$15 love.
It will be interesting to see if Steffi Graf really can regroup in time for the U.S. Open coming up in 2 weeks' time.
$30 love.
Following the salute to Mickey Mantle, you'll be able to watch Volvo International action. Yevgeny Kafelnikov, the number 4 seed, taking on Mark Kevin Goldner of Germany. Great action going on in New Haven, Connecticut this week, too.
Kimberly Po has 40 love again. She led 40 love in her last service game and won that game at love.
Yeah, that stayed in. That stayed hit, too.
40-15.
It's funny, in the years when Seles was, back in '93, I asked Dr. Leo Levin, our stats genius. He has a speed gun on the serves. I wondered if he could, rejigger it so that you can get return speeds, because that's how tough Seles is.
Seles leads 3 games 2-2.
He was a little taller than that. I think the basketball was bigger than he was.
Look at his shoes. This don't look for real.
Mosey just moves real fast. Mosey like a little bee buzzing.
Where'd you get that from? I guess he got it from his mama.
They would laugh and say, "What's this little boy doing on the court?" And I just told him to go for it. I think he made me go to Dream Shack.
Question. What do hockey players do in the summer?
Roller hockey international.
Question. What's the fastest thing on 8 wheels?
Roller hockey international. All the action. Hold the ice. Roller hockey international. On ESPN2.
Back at the Canadian Open, set 2 is more competitive than set 1. Monica Seles still operating behind a break, 3-2. Second set against this young woman, Kimberly Po.
Love 15. Love 30.
So Monica Seles in a little bit of serving trouble for the first time. She's too good with anything left short in the middle like that.
15-30.
And again, the serve set up a pretty weak return. You could see Po stretched out, and all she could do was just sort of bunt it back into the middle of the court. And the perfect balance. You could see the aggression as she leaps into that.
30 all.
So from love 30 back to 30 all. So a break point for Kim Po, the first one she's looked at yet tonight.
Just wide. A couple of whistles, but it did drop wide. Seles is up against it these last 15 minutes. There hasn't been that much between these two. That's a loose return, so game point for Seles. Got herself out of trouble. Monica Seles, 2 games away from the 3rd round of this, the Canadian Open. Her first match back. It is a sold-out house watching Monica Seles return to tennis here in Toronto, Ontario. Coming up next, again, the Sports Night tribute to Mickey Mantle.
First serve.
And then again, after that, more great tennis. This from the men's tour, the Volvo International. Yevgeny Kafelnikov taking on Mark Kevin Goldner. More good tennis coming your way here on ESPN2 tomorrow night. Andre Agassi takes on ESPN2's own Luke Jensen in a night match in New Haven.
And Po showing some really good stuff from the ground. She's not only staying with Monica in these points, she's actually hitting the ball a little bit harder than Monica is right now.
And again, Betsy, I think it bears repeating that at the time when Monica left women's tennis, there were very few people who could stay with her pace for pace.
30-15.
And obviously it helps a great deal if you can move well enough to get behind the ball to use your pace, and Kimberly Po can really do that well. That's one of the things that she does the best, is that's court movement.
Out. 40-15.
From the chair, and it was wide. So Kim Po, another game chance.
Game point.
Kimberly Po continues to make this second set tough for Monica Seles.
Seles leads.
She's still got a...
What a sandwich!
Taco Bell introduces the Texas Taco Sandwich. Oven-baked flatbread with chicken or beef and a tangy southwestern sauce. Starting at 99 cents. It tastes so big, it ought to be outlawed. Yummy.
Monica Seles still working behind a break, serving at 4-3. Took the first set at love. A quick correction, Andre Agassi does play tomorrow night, but it's not against Luke Jensen, against Fernando Meligeni, who beat Jensen 7-6 in the third earlier today.
Love 15.
Betsy, why is this second set so much closer than the first? Has Seles' game gone off, or has Kim Po just really brought her game back up?
Well, I think that point was a good demonstration of what's happening. Kim Po was able to hit a ball hard enough and deep enough to force Monica Seles to drop that hand off the two-handed backhand side. And that means that Po is imposing her game on Seles, which she wasn't able to do in the first set.
Another chance for Kimberly Po. Love 30.
John Beddington is... has been the tournament director of the Canadian Open every year. This is his last year. He's done a tremendous job over the years here. This is one of the players' favorite tournaments.
Nice big serve from Seles. Boy, that first serve, when it's cooking, it really is bigger than it used to be.
And I think the other thing that's happening is that Kimberly Po loves pace. She loves the ball coming hard and flat. And she's got those very flat swings, so it's easy for her to connect on Monica's ground strokes.
30 all.
Kim Po probably started this match off a little bit nervously, obviously. And she obviously has struggled throughout this year.
Well, that was an expensive error from Kimberly Po. Pressed it a little bit too much. And now a chance for Seles to go up 5-3. That's great work. Boy, that looks like Seles to me.
Well, Kim Po is a much better player than her ranking of 133. And that's as a result of her 11 first-round losses in 95. So she came in here real short on confidence, but got a lot of confidence from a win in the qualifying and then her first-round win over the Australian Renee Stubbs, who's been playing excellently so this year.
That is a huge win. All right, another game point for Monica Seles. Po's game much better measured in set 2.
Advantage Seles.
Another look at Seles getting the short ball and just pounding it home. Now 1 game away. And a pretty good-looking comeback. First round match. Po serving at 3-5.
Love 15. $15 all. $30-15.
Now 30-15. A couple of unforced errors from Seles. Betsy Nagelson has gone down in anticipation of a post-match interview with Monica. And a nasty double fault, boy, at this time of the match. 30 all. This match just coming up on 1 hour. And Seles lifted up off that shot. A little anxious.
40-30.
For this first match in 2.5 years to be over. So game point for Kimberly Po. Again, a lucky loser ranked 133 in the world. Has made a pretty good match of it in this second set after getting dusted in set 1. It's pretty nicely done. Learning to close out a match all over again is one of the harder things for any athlete to get back after a long layoff. Deuce. Match point.
Advantage Seles.
How long has Monica Seles waited for this? Looking for a call there, did not get it. Closing out a match is something that Seles specialized in. She did so well. Just went for it. And frankly, on the strength of the two tennis matches of importance today, the Graf loss and this effort from Seles, I'm rethinking my feelings about the U.S. Open coming up in 2 weeks' time. I thought you had to give the nod for sure to Steffi Graf. But she's definitely playing with an awful lot on her mind. She's still got a rather fragile back, and I don't know, Seles looks like this is all coming back to her.
Game, set, match, Seles. 6 love.
It took exactly 1 hour. She lost just 3 games against a very game opponent. She's back, kids. Standing O. Her father, Caroli. Her mom, Esther. That was Bob Kersey in the blue cap. Her friends, her fans. It's her hitting partner. Very nice gesture for Seles to walk back out on the court. To say she's being well received is one of life's major understatements. as the kid is back. And when we come back, we'll talk to Monica Seles. Stay with us, please.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it truly is great to have her back again. And
I know there really is something about being a soldier. It started the moment I got here. The word can't vanished. This was advanced training. This was the training I came in for. My folks are proud of what I've done. I'm proud of who I am. I'm a soldier.
He wasn't no taller than that. I think the basketball was bigger than he was. Look at his shoes. Those don't look for real. Mosey just moves real fast. Mosey like a little bee buzzing. Where'd you get that from? I guess he got it from his mama. They would laugh and say, what is this little boy doing on the court? And I just told him to go for it. I think he made me go drink shots.
I want to know about meeting that special someone.
Sorry, can't help you there.
I want to know more about a diet I can live with.
No way, not in this commercial.
I want to know more about Rogaine.
Rogaine with minoxidil?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Just call this number now for a free information kit on Rogaine topical solution. It could help answer your question because it's filled with all kinds of facts about Rogaine. And because you need a prescription to get Rogaine, we'll send you a list of local doctors and special money-saving offers to help you decide if Rogaine is right for you.
But I want to know right now.
We'll mail it to you today. So what are you waiting for? Call now for your free information kit. Call 1-800-336-9992.
Monica Seles is back, and in a lovely gesture, she thanked all the fans. I think she felt all of their passion and all of their kind thoughts. She played a pretty good-looking match, didn't she? It only took 1 hour, and tomorrow she will play again at 1 o'clock against Natalie Toziak. Coming up next here on ESPN2, the Sports Night special tribute to Mickey Mantle. We are still awaiting the interview with Monica Seles. She's talking to the Canadian fans now. So stay with us, please. We'll hear from the winner in a moment.
Like to be humiliated by women. Here's your dream date. You are not ready.
I'd like to tell you about my friend Jake. Jake is music. If he's not playing, he's listening to music. He has a legendary music collection. He's got stuff from last century.
8 tracks.
The best times we have are just when we sit down and pick up the guitars and play what comes to our heads. Jake's just a great friend.
Western got his backstage passes.
Yes, everybody loves him. Not too sure the neighbors do, though.
When you're with a friend as good as Jake, shouldn't you have a Heineken?
This packed house at the Maurier Limited Open continues to stay around to listen to the kind words from Monica Seles. And Betsy Nagelson will be speaking to her momentarily. Boy, does she look delighted, relieved. She and Betsy are very, very good friends. And let's go down to Bets right now. Bets?
Thanks, Mary. Well, Monica, I know how much you have thought about this particular night. What did it feel like getting out here?
It just felt, when I was walking down the stairs, such electricity that I said, Monica, you have to slow down because you have to play a match. And so many things were running through my mind, driving down here, then all day today, and finally just to be able to play it and feel great out there was all I could ever ask for. I mean, and more. So.
Well, you probably anticipated all the press attention and everything that was going to be involved with your comeback. And I know you've been extremely busy this entire week.
Oh, it's been unbelievable. I told everybody that I can't do all this because I have to play some tennis also. But it's been just amazing. All the people, wherever I go, they're like hugging me, people I have never met in my lifetime. They're saying, great to have you back. And it's great for my reassurance also because I have a lot of doubts. But it just feels wonderful. And if it does, then I'm doing the right thing. And that's all that matters.
How nervous were you, actually, at the start of this match? How did you feel out there?
Well, coming here in the car, I was very nervous because he got out here like half an hour before the match. That's very unusual for me because I like to be here a longer period, but traffic was terrible. And when I was warming up, I couldn't feel my legs. I was hitting an overhead, and I felt the sky was moving. But I told myself, just take a few deep breaths and calm yourself down. But when I was walking down the stairs, it was just, my hands were shaking. But I said, you gotta play, stay focused, what I've been working on, so.
What about the way you played tonight, Monica? How do you feel about that? If there's anything in your game that needs working, what would that be?
I think I was serving pretty well. I wasn't going for too many first starts because I knew I'm going to be nervous and I just wanted to get going. Some wrong rallies. The second set I got also a little bit nervous. I started being a little tentative. But I played well on the key points, but I was just very happy that I didn't make too many easy mistakes because I was very nervous about that. Out of nervousness, I'm just going to be really bad out here tonight.
Well, there are a lot of us that think that you're not too far away from playing like we all remember.
Oh, thank you. Hope so. But it's just great to be playing. It's so much fun, and that's all it matters. It's kind of like a second chance to do it, and it's such a great feeling. I mean, it's hard for me to put it in words because I'm trying to also concentrate on a tournament because I have a lot of tough matches, and trying not to kind of let it affect me and just say, well, you got to play a match. But then again, I'm like, wow, Monica, this is only once in your lifetime, hopefully. So.
Well, Monica, it's great to see you so happy and smiling, and the crowd support has been fantastic. I know that that's meant a lot to you.
Oh, tremendously. It's just, I mean, when you walk down the stairs and when just somebody says, great to have you back, it's just an amazing feeling. I mean, they're so nice, everybody, and I get embarrassed when I get these applauses because I'm like, no, it's embarrassing, but they're just so nice that it's just amazing. The whole thing is amazing.
Well, Monica, terrific. Great job. We're all happy to see you back, and very much looking like you're enjoying it.
Thank you.
Well done. Back to you, Mary.
Yeah, thank you. Betsy, she seems pretty nice, too, doesn't she?
She is unbelievable, Mary. She's so excited.
Well, it shows. Monica Seles is back, and we'll be back after this.